Alright guys, going to try and straighten out the pins on this motherboard. I've been procrastinating, it's been sitting around for a while, and I got this chip to pop in there. I was going to put a Hyper 212 cooler on there, but I think that's too much cooler for this little guy. So let's get to it. So there's definitely a couple of pins here that are just not where they belong. But what's nice about the Intel in the socket, I fixed some AMGs right off the chip, but they're straight rows. These tip over and are like a little bit in an angle. They're like contacts with a little foot. You got to get them at the right angle. Alright guys, I'm going to try and do this real quick. Alright guys, working on the pins on this thing. There's definitely a couple of pins that were off. And there's one that I can't seem to catch. I'm just hoping it's like a null pin. Maybe we get lucky. So, using a micro screwdrivers, tweezers, whatever we can get our hands on. Usually a knife works pretty well too. Something with a blunt edge. It's usually pretty good. Alright guys, we'll be back. Alright, I think I got it. I'm going to pop a chip in there, throw a cooler on there, put a power supply on her, and steal a DDR4 out of something, and see if we got a post or a BIOS on there. It's really close on these pins. It's really tough. The AMD was easier actually, because these take an angle. Like this row, on this side, this row goes one angle, and this row goes at a different angle. It's really tricky, but we'll see what we got. Alright guys. Okay guys, she installed okay. Didn't feel any resistance, or sometimes you can hear the pins rubbing up against the CPU. So I didn't hear any funny noises, didn't feel anything weird. So we'll see what we got. She'll either post or no post. New York Post. Alright, let's throw a fan on there. Alright guys. Yeah, they've already installed their thermal paste on here. So, good little fan, cheap. Alright, let's try and get that in there. So I put the cable up by the, tried to put it close to the CPU fan header. So it's good to check them out. Well, that one, the black pin didn't go through, this guy, so let's hit them again. And this is stuck under the blades, which is always nice. Sometimes it's good to twist them to keep them from looking weird and unraveling. So we'll do the twist like we did last summer, and we'll pop this guy in there. After all this, it's really going to suck if the CPU doesn't work. Anyway, he's got HDMI, he's got USB 3, USB 2, all the good stuff. Nice little board. Very small and nice. Alright guys, let's go over to the workbench and let's go steal a DDR4 out of something, and let's steal a power supply, and let's plug in an HDMI and let's see if this thing works. Alright guys, out. Alright guys, I just happen to have a power supply laying around and this little board set up, so let's plug it up and see what we got. We'll plug it up and blow it up. Give it a smoke test. Hey guys, I've been using this at Pevia power supplies, and I have to say they're pretty impressive. I've always liked them. I've actually overstressed them and done all kinds of crazy stuff, overloading them, and they hang up. They're hanging well. It's like a $22 power supply. Pretty good. All right, let me switch. I gotta switch my Iris to auto. We're gonna plug this up Like I said, these are heavier power supplies. I've used them 750 watt, 700 watt, and stressed them out to the max. I've never had one fail. I've run them 24/7 sometimes under heavy load, drawing a lot of current. No matter what the wattage is, it's only going to draw what the equipment asks for. So I've actually really stressed these guys out, and they've always been good. Pretty impressive. All right, let's plug this guy up. Okay, guys, I got the power supply plugged up. I got 24 pin and an 8 pin, a 4 pin. It only takes a 4 pin. Let me go get an HDMI. I'm going to steal a little stick of DDR4 4 gig out of this machine. That's why she shut down. Alright, guys, I'll be back. Alright, so we stole a DDR4 out of the Core 3. Got the power supply hooked up. Got the HDMI hooked up on the second channel on this monitor. So we'll switch it over, and then we'll power it up and look for smoke. I guess I'm going to have to break down and look in the manual for the correct pin configuration. I found the correct pins. There's the two middle ones on the 10 pin connector over there. She shut herself down already. Interesting. So no post, no boot. I pull the chip out, and I'm going to look at the socket again, see if I missed something. And we're going to try it again. Alright, guys. Hey guys, so as you can see, I cleaned the thermal paste off of this. Took this chip out, cleaned the thermal paste off of that, and pretty much I tried 3 times to straighten out those pins, and it's an epic fail so far. I've done it with AMDs all the time, never had a problem. Really bent up, but this is really tricky. So I'm going to try and get a CCTV microscope. You know, one of those microscopes with a small camera built in, where I can really get down close. Until then, it was worth a try. We tried, but every once in a while things don't work. Anyway, that's what's going on around here. Still mining with the cheap machines. Places are half a wreck, but we're having a ball, getting cleaned up. All right, guys. So I'm gonna try and get this microscope, and when I do, I'll review it and look at it, show it to you guys, and then we'll try and fix this board. In the meantime, I got some more mining ideas coming up. Alright, guys. Thanks for hanging in. Out for now. Ciao. See you on the runway. Ciao, baby.